What is going on, my friends? It's your boy Ro coming at you one more time with everything Fandemic Tour. Yep, that's right. We've got news, we've got updates, we got anything and everything you need to know about our next upcoming show. Not only that, today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a special featured guest. That's right, he is back. Nick Carter, the one and only Backstreet Boy fame, Dead Seven. We're talking everything Nick Carter. He is going to be our featured guest for today's live stream. Are you excited? You got to go ahead and show him some love. Get those questions ready. Throw them down in comments. We're going to give you about 1.5 to 2 minutes to tag your friends. Let them know what's going on. They got to be a part of this because guess what? With this technology, we have the ability to go ahead and pull up one of your comments on the screen. So if you're a fan of something that he's done, go for it. If you have questions about Fandemic Tour, you got to let us know because these are the men to go ahead and ask. We're going to bring in Dan Farr. We're going to bring on John. You know John. He's new to me, but he is an amazing guy. I hear there might be a potential dance battle also in the future. So I don't know. Stay tuned. But while they're getting ready, this is what you need to know about Fandemic Tour. Remember, March 18th through the 20th in Atlanta, Georgia. If you go to our website, fandemictour.com, you're going to find out all the info. There's a guest list button. There's a buy tickets button for anything and everything. That's where you need to go. Remember, we do have a cosplay contest happening this time around. Who knows who will show up? You got to go ahead and be there. Bring your friends because what's a comic convention? What's Fandemic Tour without a comic convention cosplay contest? Not only that, if you want to go ahead and be a part of the staff family, if you want to be on the other side of the curtain and help us out, there's also a button for volunteer application. You don't want to go ahead and miss out on that one. Remember, Nick is also joined by a slew of other awesome guests. We got Sebastian Stan, Norman Reedus, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Michael Rooker, Melissa McBride. We've got the list that just keeps going on and on and on. You know, you've heard it all before. You're going to hear it from John. You're going to hear it from Dan, and you're going to go ahead and hear about Nick's special appearance and how you have the ability to go ahead and meet him in person. That's right. Isn't that one of the best things about these conventions, these events? We go ahead and bring some of the best stars in the industry, some of the ones that you want to go ahead and meet. We bring them to your backyard, and you have the ability to go ahead and purchase photo ops, purchase autographs. Not only that, you can also go ahead and see the panel schedule, see if they have a panel going on, sit in a room and hear all about their awesome stories. 30 more seconds, fam. 30 more seconds. Tag your friends. Let them know what's going on. Fill up the comment section because 1 comment, 2 comments, 3 comments, they're going to be lucky enough to go ahead and be put on that screen. So one more time, Fandemic Tour is coming at you. Atlanta, Georgia, March 18th, 19th, and 20th. Get your tickets at fandemictour.com. For all of you that are also wondering when that photo op schedule is going live, it is going live immediately after this live event. Yeah. So make sure you're staying tuned to all of our social media platforms, all of our website info. That way you're up to date on anything and everything. And that way, you know when you're going to take a picture with that special celebrity guest. But enough about me and enough about me rambling on. We got to go ahead and introduce to you some of the biggest players in the Fandemic Tour universe. Ladies and gentlemen, we got John Macaluso and we have Dan Farr. What is going on, gentlemen? Hey.
Great job, bro.
Hey there.
Woo!
Good to be
Was
here.
that enough?
Yeah,
Was that enough? Yeah. I almost forgot that there was actually a live stream event happening. My bad, guys. My bad.
yeah.
So
Now we're seeing John.
Espresso coffee, Red Bull. What is that, Ro?
Oh,
The
it's
energy.
you know what? It's show month. You know when that month hits you and all of a sudden you're like, wait, we have all of our friends, all of our community coming through those doors. I mean, I'm not going to be able to stop till the 21st. You know this, John. Cool.
Thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate
again,
it.
enough about me. I'll let you gentlemen go ahead and do your thing. Yeah? Here you go.
Great. Hey guys, John and my friend Dan Farr here.
Hey there.
We are really so excited to bring you this show. You know, it's funny. It started out as a Fandemic Dead show, and we had so many comments, so many people asking us to bring really people from the whole universe in. So, you know, we started with Stephen Amell. We brought in so many others. John Barrowman.
Sebastian Stan. Yeah.
Oh, him? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sebastian Stan and so many others. And we're so delighted to bring this show to you. So get ready. We'll be there next week. Come and join us. Dan, what do you got?
Well, I am so excited what we get to talk or what we get to do now. We get to bring Nick Carter. That's why people are here. I mean, I know they want to see you too, John, but I think Nick is the reason why people want to join in on this chat and hear some fun things. And I've had the opportunity to know Nick for probably 6 years now. Whenever Dead 7 came out, he came to our event that we have in Salt Lake. And amazing guest, an amazing person. We'll be able to talk a lot more about him as we talk to him, maybe share some fun stories about him and things he does with the fans. And it's just a great showman. He's an amazingly talented artist. And anyway, enough talking about him. I'm sure you guys want to see him. So let's go ahead and ask Ro to bring him in on the discussion here.
How you guys doing? How's everything?
Oh,
What's up? No, I'm sorry, I'm
Hey,
on
Nick.
live Instagram live right now. I'm like this whole like influencer thing. It's like you're wearing like a multiple hats. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta do an interview. Bye. All right. Anyways, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, Nick.
I'm doing
Thank you for having me.
Great. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing this. Oh, so glad you're here. I'm going to just say one thing, John, before we jump in. I just want to say, for me, watching fans interact with Nick at the shows, it's amazing because he's so outgoing. He's so he's so human, so touchable. Not necessarily in a physical way, especially with COVID, but I say people can interact with him in a way that obviously when you see him on stage or see him on TV, you don't get that opportunity. But when you come to these live events, you get a chance to be there together, maybe get a photo op together, or just a chance to talk. Anyway, Nick, we've become friends over the last several years, and it's been really good to know you as a person, even beyond your entertainer lifestyle.
Yeah, it's so funny. So John, I don't know if he told you, actually Dan's a really good basketball player. And I didn't realize how good basketball players actually are from Utah. So, but in FanX, I just did the show with him just recently. And we just had a lot of fun. And every single time that I've worked with Dan and done events with him, it's not only just an incredible experience for the fans, but also for me, because, there's only certain places in the world that you can actually connect with, with the people who you are fans of. Like if you call us celebrities, whatever you call us, that you can go there, take time, shake their hands, take a picture. And then I find myself, at his events, just literally roaming around. And it's funny, I don't even need a costume because like they're like, oh, that's Nick Carter. No, that's not, can't be. Like, no. Like, so it's funny. Like I can cosplay myself, but I love it. It's just like, it's such a great experience and a lot of fun. And I like to say this, even though I have been in the industry for many years and been doing it, I'm just a normal person and I'm a fan of things as well. And so huge fan of everything that you guys have done over the years.
Nick, I got to tell you, I got very excited, and I don't get excited about a lot of things that you were coming. I have listened to some of your songs 100 times since I found out that you were coming to the event. I've got 4 daughters from the ages of 36 to 25, and I told them all that you're coming, and I'm really shocked that they're not flying into the event. They're so excited. So
yeah,
it's really, I'm very excited, and of course, Dan told me how he kicked your butt playing basketball.
We're on the same team.
we were on the same team.
Yeah,
He's right.
Yeah. No, I did.
But if he's saying that stuff behind the scenes, I'm going to give him a call after this interview.
Exactly. No, I would think I got to tell you. Okay, here's the story though. We played the first game together, and it was one of the roughest basketball games I've ever played. But then Nick he's like a competitor. He's like so intense, and we lost the first game. And what I realized is if we lost the second game, Nick would never talk to me again. And so I had to really step up my game. And boy, it was fun to see. He is, Nick, you've got a real competitive side to you. It was fun to watch.
Thank you so much. And it's funny because I don't think that people realize the elevation in Salt Lake City.
Absolutely.
And then I didn't realize it either. And I remember, I just remember like, first of all, we were all still in like the pandemic. And so I was kind of a little bit heavier than I am now. And woo, I was huffing and puffing. I was like, God, thank God I'm not going to be on tour at this moment right now. And I could just come and chill and have some dinners with you guys. But no, it was a lot of fun. And we played basketball till like 3 a.m. You remember? It was like 3 a.m. We had done the FanX event. And then we went over to the house and we were hanging out with a bunch of the celebrities who were at your event. We all played together, played basketball together. Tara Reid was there. We were all hanging out. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, Nick, so I've done a lot of these shows. Dan has been around these shows and now has done a lot of shows also. I have a lot of like, oh my God, that was a great experience. That was like to see people drop to the floor and cry in front of Stan Lee. I'm sure you've had a lot of emotional experience, a lot of maybe some faints, maybe at one of these events, what's like the one thing that you remember that happened that touched you?
Yeah, and just to give a little description of what these events are like, because some people don't really know what Comic-Cons are all about. You know, it tends to be like a little bit of like, oh, what is that? It's a little strange or whatever. But really, it's you have this table that and you have a bunch of pictures, and you come up and you could just like shake our hands, give us hugs, have a conversation. I'll literally sit there and have like 5-10 minute conversations with some of our fans, because you really don't get that, that intimacy that you would get, anywhere else other than this place. And so, yeah, like the experience is, each individual experience with our fans is different, but also so important. And so, I just feel so grateful to be able to meet, cause like I said, I've been doing this for almost 30 years with the Backstreet Boys. And, we have the most incredible fans in the world. And to just tell them that to their face, just say that, to say, listen, you are appreciated. You are loved. I like to say this story. Speaking of basketball, Dan, I have this story as well, where I'll never forget, being when we first started with the Backstreet Boys, and I was, my late teens, and I would come back home from tour, and I would try to just go on and play basketball with my friends. And a lot of my peers who were out there were like, they would mock me, and they would be, as I'm trying to run up and down the court, they'd be like, Backstreet's back, all right, or like, I want it. And I'm like, on one hand, I'm like embarrassed because I'm just trying to be normal. And then the other hand, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, right? But, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, I realized to be a Backstreet fan is a very, very special thing. And that goes for anybody out there who's a fan of like something. You're dedicated to it. I'm a fan of things. I'm dedicated almost to a fault. You know what I mean? Like, I would support my football team, and even in the worst time, but you're dedicated and you're loyal. And, it's an opportunity for me to just thank them for that loyalty, to show them that appreciation, show them how much it means to us that they don't care about loving the things that they love, and that and I think that was what it was like to be a Backstreet Boys fan. It's like, on one hand, you're a boy band fan, and everyone else is out there going like, why do you like them? Like, all that stuff. And so now after 30 years almost, I get to have that intimacy and get to have those conversations. So it's really cool.
Wow, Nick, you're like a real person.
I am. I'm just a normal guy. So, and a father.
One last question, then I'll shut up. So now that you've been through a lot of these shows, I'm not talking about the Backstreet days. At these shows, have you met somebody you just said, oh my God, I can't believe I met that person?
Yeah.
Oh, Dan's seen it. Like, I literally fanboying out. And I like to do this because I'm in my influencer room. So I sometimes go on, TikTok or Twitch or Instagram. Check this out. I'm gonna show you something really cool. So, yes, I like to say I'm a nerd, and that's okay. I appreciate that. And hopefully someone else out there does as well. But this is a signed comic. I don't see if it goes. It's like weird. By Stan Lee.
Wow.
With the Backstreet Boys. So me and Stan created this comic together. It was called The Backstreet Project. And him and I actually wrote this story together.
Wow.
And it was some. I don't think I've ever showed you that, Dan, or you knew that.
I
But
haven't seen that. That's awesome.
yeah, and so basically, we kind of lost touch a little bit because I got really busy and I was on the road all the time, and I saw him, at a Comic-Con, and I was able to go up to him, and and he remembered me and remember what we did together. And that comic's actually, there's only 6, and I have all 6 of them. Actually, there's one that I donated, but the remainder are in my possession, signed by Stan Lee and the Backstreet Boys. So just letting you know that. But I was able to tell him, because I was a fan of comics and fan of, the Spider-Man movies and fan of, Spider-Man comics and all these things. But just without those Comic-Cons and that event, I wouldn't have been able to go up there and say, hey, thank you so much for, everything you did for me, not just for me, but the whole world, and that's, again, like an example of what the, these events, like Fandemic Tour does,
It's
so awesome.
what? It's really unbelievable. I remember my first meeting with Stan, and he said, "Hey kid, can you go get me a strawberry shake?"
Strawberry.
There's nobody. I mean, I had to get into an Uber. It took me a half hour to go find the place, but when Stan asked, we had a beautiful relationship from that point on. He's just a class act.
He was an incredible, like anyone you guys would know. He was just a very, I mean, think about it. All the things that he, contributed to, the movies and things that we watch now and the things that we love came from that man's mind. And that, it's so incredible.
Yeah.
I'm looking down here at my phone because I have one of my greatest pictures of Stan when he's with a Stan Lee impersonator and Stan together. And it's like, you can hardly even tell the difference. I'm sure you've seen them at a show, Dan, somewhere along the way, but I can't find it.
Oh, wow. Well, it'd be kind of fun. Sorry.
Please.
Oh, I was going to say, if we're talking about the fan interactions at the show. Last September, when Nick was at our show, we had Joey Fatone there as well. They were right next to each other. Ro, I don't know if you have that video queued up ready to go, but this video went viral on TikTok. It's just really kind of it's fun to see the fan interaction that comes through these things. So let's see. Here it's coming now, I think. Well, should be coming up. Oh, there it is.
Was that the dancing? Oh, we
yes.
had so much fun.
Well, the thing that's fun about it, so here's a fan that came up and started talking with Joey first, and they're doing the dance, and also you hop in behind, and you guys are all doing the same dance. And you think of that, just that interaction, it's that's a moment that's going to live on, not just in his life, so many other people around that saw it, but also the people that got to see it online. It's like these real moments that happen, and you don't plan that. That just happens magically.
Yes. Hey, Dan, just to clear it, was that Ro?
No, it wasn't. No, it's another. It was just a fan that came up. Just a fan that came up. And I guess you talked to Joey. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hey, can we say it was me though? Like, I'm from now on, like, I've got to go ahead and come in because, back in the day, like watching Nick's videos and going through that, and like, honestly, Nick later on in life, I became a professional hip hop dancer, right? And then I was fortunate enough to grab some projects here in Utah and LA and all that stuff. But I mean, it came from watching you and watching your fellas and doing all this stuff, and now I can be a backup dancer for John and Dan. So, I mean, you prepared me for this. So for that, I thank you. But I bring that up because like Dan and John said, these are memories that last a lifetime, and people have that opportunity by coming to the Fandemic Tour, right?
Hey, Ro, just for curiosity, do we have any fan questions out there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just let me know when you want them and I'll put them on up. Thanks, Nick.
No problem.
All right. We're on pins and needles, Ro.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So,
just one. Okay. It's cute. Okay. Just comment there. So you might need to teach John one of the dances that shows. I think we need to make sure we get some music there with you, Joey. And I think you got to teach. John used to teach dance classes back in the day. He was back in the day being like
Hold on, let me pull a Nick.
Dan, you actually has his own business card.
I like you got a green screen.
You can't see it.
You got a green screen?
No, I don't know how to get it.
You got to pull.
Oh, nice.
There you
Dance
go.
lessons. I love it. Was that last year?
Yeah, that was 1974.
Wow.
Well,
So
Hey, Nick, are you excited to come to the show?
I'll tell you the thing about
the
the thing about Atlanta is that is such a great hub, for our fans, whether they can come up from Florida or come down, from Tennessee or it's just such a great location. I think, and whenever because we're getting ready to go back on tour, and I just to let everybody know, right now we actually have some shows that just went up for sale in Las Vegas, where I live, on the 8th and 9th and the 15th and 16th of April. We're relaunching our Backstreet DNA World Tour here at the Coliseum this April, and we're really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. So tickets are on sale right now if you want to come check that out. We're going to kick that off. And then we start in June and then go through the rest of the year. And I'm sure we're going to be in Atlanta as well. So, that's just, again, like, it's just such a great place to be, great energy, great people. And I think especially now after, these past 2 years, because we actually stopped touring 2 years ago. And, when the pandemic started, and we just literally had to cut our tour right halfway off in the middle. And now we're kicking back up again. I think people are ready. They're ready to be entertained. They're ready to get their minds off of the outside world, the craziness in the world right now. And more than anything, I realize now what the responsibility is of an entertainer. And again, I think that goes into like what you guys are doing, what Dan, what John, what you guys are all doing. We're bringing joy to people's lives, and just, giving them an experience, something that they can just, again, take their minds off of the outside world. And that's what's great about being an entertainer. And I'm very blessed, and I know the responsibility that we have as far as that goes.
How many dates will there be on your tour, Nick?
Well, we got about 58 shows.
Great.
And yeah, it's going to be a big tour. And if you didn't get a chance to see it, it was pretty much one of our biggest shows that we had since the Millennium Tour. We were known for these huge productions, these lights and lasers and lifting elevated stages, dancing and all the things, and we finally got back to that level again on this last tour. And again, unfortunately at that time it had to be, cut in half and, postponed, but now we're going to be bringing it back out again. So it's going to be the best of Backstreet Boys.
You boys still got the moves?
Here's the deal. Ask Dan if I can play basketball.
Yes,
now then subtract about 20 pounds. I'll be okay.
Yes.
I'll be all right.
Well, you look great.
Thank you.
You look great. Let's see.
But to answer the question, so excited to come to Atlanta and Fandemic.
Good. Dan,
It's interesting just the way that you guys are filling arenas with people. And I have 4 nieces, my brother's daughters, and they all went to your show in Salt Lake 3 years ago. And it was like the Vivint Arena was filled with fans. And I think they could have sold a full other night of the concert if they would have had the dates available. They could have filled it again a second time. And it's just amazing how much how much fan excitement there is, and just how what a great experience for these 4 sisters to go and see you perform with the Backstreet Boys. So
thank you. Yeah, it was definitely that's a great venue to perform at. Number one, always great to be there. It's funny, Dan. I was looking at I said, maybe I should be getting like a home out there in Salt Lake. I don't know, somewhere in Park City. I don't know, just to check it. I love it out there. It's so great. But I know, right? Then we have to play basketball all the time.
Yes.
But the energy that we give on stage, that the that we get from the audience and that, you know, we give back to them, it's unlike anything. You could, you know, attest to that if you want. You know, it's unlike anything out there that you've ever experienced. To come to a Backstreet Boys concert, to see us perform, I like to say we're pretty much kind of like the last of our era, you know, of the late 90s, early 2000s, who still appreciate performance, who still, you know, put time into show, into production, to dancing, to entertaining, and understanding how important that is to give a show that when people leave and they feel that they got their money's worth, you know, that they feel satisfied, you know, and entertained, really. And so that's, you know, that's what's we're really excited to get back out there and to do that again.
Oh, that's so great. Well, and it's nice kind of as a warm up to be able to meet with the fans at these conventions. So next week in Atlanta, you'll get a chance to meet with a lot of your fans and just give them special experiences. So one of the fans that just asked a question, we didn't get a chance to answer it, but asked if they get a chance to do a fun pose with you. And you know, obviously any cool poses. That's Melissa Jen Sigel, right? I guess, yeah. So she had asked about being able to do a cool pose with you.
Absolutely. I think that's the beauty about it, is that, like, I don't care. Like, you can come up and you could talk to me. I'll talk to you, you know, giving hugs, you know, taking pictures. You know, it's really up to the fans of what they want, you know. And again, my job is just to give an amazing experience, a memorable experience that they'll never forget. And I'll tell you what, for me, I keep saying it, these events are so much fun. They are so much fun because you just see all these costumes, all these like amazing like booths with like these comic books and like these, you know, like world-class actors. You know, I was like sitting there going, are you kidding me? Like, cause I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, and I'll never forget, like you got that guy, like you got that actor, like what? And I realized, and I would have conversations with all of them. And then another thing too, I think the relationships and the networking and the things that we do behind the stage that people don't see, like we'll be having, you know, lunch together. We'll be having a salad, sitting at a table together and just talking about it. And like, hey, you're an actor. Yeah, I'm a singer. You know, you're a voiceover actor. You know, all walks of the entertainment industry come to these events. And I think that's the attraction for me as well.
Have you met Norman, Jeff, John Bernthal? Have you met all of them?
Oh, absolutely. It's so funny. Like, well, I have. Hold on one second. Check this out.
A nice kid.
Actually, I have my Norman
He's
Reedus.
so nice and fan.
Yeah.
Was that Nick? Go ahead.
I got Jesus and Daryl.
Love it.
Nice.
Got Jesus and Daryl.
Jesus loves you. Yeah.
And see what he said? Look, Jesus loves me.
Jesus loves you. That's great. Yeah.
I will tell you, Norman, I know Norman now for 12 years. He is really one of the classy acts, and there's a reason why he's connected so much with his fans. The way he gives back to his fans at these shows, he doesn't just have a fan; he has a lifelong fan. As do you have, coming to the shows and really doing meet and greets like this. It's really very special. So I'm you know, I don't even know you well enough to say this, but I'm proud of you, the way that the things that I hear about you, the way you give back to, call it, the community.
Thank you.
Very
yeah.
nice.
And again, like, I thank you and all of our fans out there for, you know, just being there, number one, for so many years, and, giving me just entertaining me. This is so much fun to be at these events, and I'm definitely honored to be a part of it. And thank you so much for always inviting me.
It's our pleasure. I think Ro just said to me, we got to wrap this up in like a minute.
Yeah.
Dan?
Yeah.
Why don't you take us out?
Well, I just want to say how grateful we are, Nick, that you're willing to do this and connect with your fans here, but also obviously coming to the event in person. But My favorite thing about the events is watching fan interaction with celebrities. When they get a chance to, whether they cry or whether they just are nervous or whatever those feelings are that they feel at the time that they meet a celebrity that they're looking forward to meeting, that energy is so powerful. That's what drew me into these events. I actually attended John's events before we did our events in Salt Lake, and I just loved the energy of the events. It's like I would explain it to people that had never been to them before, and I'd say you could cut the energy with a knife. It is so powerful. And so, Nick, thank you so much for being a part of this with
Thank
us.
you guys.
Love seeing those interactions. I'm going to have a great time next week watching you spend time with your fans.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much. And everyone out there, I look forward to seeing you too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Thanks so much, John. Thanks, Dan. And of course, thank you so much, Nick. We'll be seeing you over at Fandemic Tour March 18th through the 20th. Did you enjoy that at home? Did you tag your friends? I was trying to get to some of the questions, but guess what? The majority of things that were coming in were how great Nick is, how much you love Fandemic Tour, all that stuff. So a couple of things to remember. If you liked this live stream, you can go ahead and see it in person. That's right. All of these guests, you got to go to the website, check out more info, but the majority of these guests, they have live panels that take place at the show. So if you like this back and forth, if you like hearing stories like the ones that Nick was going ahead and telling everybody about, you need to come to the show. Grab your fans, grab your friends, grab your family. You got to squad up, come in cosplay, come without cosplay and just people watch. But guess what? This is going to be your best opportunity ever to see some of your biggest stars that you're fans of in person, at a panel, in person, doing the photo ops, in person, doing autographs. This is a great opportunity. Nothing like Fandemic Tour to bring a lot of different pop culture stars to your backyard in Atlanta. And that way you can go ahead and get a chance to meet them or see them in person, right? Practice those poses. If you have any questions about that, go to the website. We have a facts section that's going to answer all of your questions. And also there's some more information if you need to go ahead and reach out to us. Yeah. But like always, remember, fandemictour.com for more information. Buy your tickets, tell your friends, tell your family. We can't wait to see you there. If you missed Nick on this live stream, you can see him in person, March 18th through the 20th in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll be seeing you next time. Take care.